Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
This is either really crazy or really smart. All right. I tell every single guy that I like good morning texts. And the reason why I like good morning texts is because I feel like they're the first indicator on if the relationship is still rainbows and butterflies or if it's going south. So if the good morning texts get bland or they get later and later in the day or just like out of routine, I know something's up. And then I no longer have to waste too much of my time. Genius.
No, not really. Expecting for an entire relationship to only be about rainbows and butterflies, it's more of an explanation on why you're still single. But genius? No, not really.
It appears that I have landed myself another date this evening, and let me tell you, he's in for a real treat, and I do not mean the food.
Antibiotics then? No way. He'll have to get those from the doctor as a result of getting the breakfast of champions.
Yeah, she got mad at me for like kissing her boyfriend because she said I leaned in first, but I'm not your boyfriend. Like, I don't owe you anything. You know what they say, don't let your best friend keep you from finding your husband. Like, that's all I was doing. So this girl posted an Instagram photo the other day and her makeup looked awful. And so I was trying to be a girl's girl like I am and said, hey girl, you kind of look like a prostitute. And she got so butthurt about it, even made a video about it, hating on me. Oh my gosh. That's what you get for being a girl's girl nowadays. Okay, so I was hanging out with Callie and her boyfriend the other day, and they went to Taco Bell. And you know I eat clean food. Like, I don't eat that crappy stuff. But I felt bad because I didn't want to single, like, them out. So, of course, like, I got some Taco Bell. And I got home and I clogged the toilet because I'm not used to eating crap. And I went and told her boyfriend, like, hey, Callie clogged the toilet. Because, like, I thought he'd be more understanding if he thought it was her. And he literally ended up kicking her out. I mean, and she was mad, but it was fine because we just Netflix and chilled, like, the rest of the night.
I think they were role playing as the girl who claims she's a girl's girl all the time, and they kept going, but I got bored. You mean to tell me there's no such thing as a girl's girl? Well, I'm shocked. The thing is, instead of complaining about that girl who tried to kiss your boyfriend, how about you get better friends?
Re-downloaded dating apps. Tragic, I know, but there's the same people on there with the same photos as 4 years ago. Listen, Chad, you graduated university, you went to law school, and you have a big boy job now as a lawyer. Why are you showing me your prom photos? Update them, please. Thank you.
I'm sure he'll get on it immediately, not because you asked, but because of that laugh. Maybe he hasn't updated his photos because he's not using dating apps anymore. I don't know how they work, I've never been on one, but maybe that's the reason why. Or maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe he knows no matter how much you claim you don't like dating apps and you delete them and then re-download them, you're still gonna check his photos. But if you ask me, I'll go with he doesn't care.
I went out with a guy the other night, and when I got home, I was kind of just like, what the just happened to me? Because I sat down and realized that this guy probably couldn't tell you a single thing about me. The whole time, he was just speaking Japanese and yapping my ear off about his boat and how cool his friends are and how they go out to all these expensive clubs. And he was telling me about his business, which seems like money laundering to me. And I realized that I got caught in the classic trap, and I think I'm entitled to compensation. I got caught by the guy who didn't give a shit about getting to know me. He just liked the way I made him feel about himself. I've been caught in this scenario countless times, and I'm so sick of it happening to me, and I really don't want it to happen to you too. So here are my tips on how to avoid the guy who just likes the way you make him feel about himself. Obviously, the easiest thing to spot is a guy who... Oh, seems like a car accident just happened. Back to what I was saying, the easiest thing to spot is a guy who just talks and talks, doesn't really ask you any questions about yourself, and if he does ask you a question, it's totally superficial, and it's maybe just a, like, what about you type question. He does this because he doesn't actually want to get to know you. He's just hyper-focused on trying to portray a certain image of himself to you.
Or maybe based on your answer, he knows he needs to carry the entire conversation. What about you? Well, I don't know. What do you do at your job? Work? It can also be he realized he didn't want to be on that date with you. And yes, that will translate into him not being interested in getting to know you. Instead of trying to give advice to others, I would be more interested in why did it happen to me multiple times.
I want to use this comment to point out how messed up we are in the way we date. Hey, so I'm single and I'm looking for somebody. Oh, like a hookup or a relationship? A relationship, like my long-term partner, baby daddy, husband. Oh, so you're probably going to want to know who that person is before you pick them to make sure, they're decent and who you're looking for, right? Oh no, that's extreme. I'm going to kiss a stranger and hope they're what I'm looking for. Is that what you mean?
No, what she meant was exactly what she said. No kissing for 3 months is a little extreme, and as she said, that's just her opinion.
Because that's exactly what you guys are doing. And make no mistake, I did that too, which is how I ended up with the abusive guy and the cheaters. The thing is, anybody who says waiting 3 months for a first kiss when you've just met somebody, but you're looking for somebody who's going to stick around for the next 50 to 70 years is extreme. You gotta wonder what's going on in our culture. And I've asked those questions. And the answer is we're following the guys' timeline. Guys who have 24/7 fertility cycles. And they've brainwashed us into thinking that if we don't kiss right away, they're going to walk away and we're going to miss an opportunity to have a relationship. But the fact is, the ones who walk away weren't the ones looking for a relationship.
They could, and you have no idea what they're looking for. Even if they do walk away because they think your idea is dumb, it doesn't mean they're not looking for a relationship. I'm well in my 40s, you're well in your 40s. The both of us have met people before. You never had that rule until now with me. Why? You said it yourself, you were part of the hookup culture. You never had that rule before, now you're trying to, what, make me feel special? And no one is saying kiss on your first date. Absolutely wait until you're comfortable for that first kiss. But when you set a rule and a specific date, there's nothing special about it. It takes out all the fun of dating and meeting someone new, and it feels forced and unnatural.
My friends who hate their boyfriends love to be like, you're so picky. Girl, I'm not picky. I just don't want to have to be like, he was nice to me today. Like, your screen time is up because you're Googling if you should break up with him or not, and you're looking at your pros and cons list on your notes app. Bring back notes to what it's supposed to be, manic thoughts and grocery lists. It's gonna be okay.
Or bring back not hating your boyfriend. Bring back not being in a relationship with someone you can stand.
Just as a social experiment, whenever I get asked these days, I tell people that I can't have kids rather than I don't want to have kids. And let me tell you something, the response has been chef's kiss. When I tell people that I don't want to have kids, I suddenly find myself in a discussion that I don't want to have. They'll be like, oh, what if you change your mind and then it's too late? What if you grow old and then you don't have kids to look after you? What if you have so much time and money to do everything you want? That's not fair. You should have kids, definitely. But the weird thing is whenever you say you can't have kids, everyone goes like,
Yeah, you get pity or sympathy. That is your big social experiment. No one cares if you want to have kids or not, except maybe your close friends or family members. Complete strangers don't walk up to you and ask you if you want to have kids or not, because they just don't care. So no, you haven't been asked that question too many times.
I was raised by a single mother. I went to college. I got my degree in statistics, which is a male-dominated field. I got my job at Visa, and at the age of 24, I bought my home in the Bay Area, which is an expensive market to purchase a home. It just proves to you that I worked my butt off to get what I had. After I bought my home, I proceeded to remodel the home with my own two hands using YouTube tutorials. So literally, I did not need a man. I did the manly work. I scraped a popcorn ceiling. I put in a full laminate floor. I learned how to use a table saw and not cut off all 10 fingers, right? So I proved it. I did the thing. I proved that I can live this life without a man. And I'm telling you, it is not fulfilling. Because at the end of the day, I was sitting in an empty home, absolutely miserable that I was alone. So I need a man to fulfill my greatest potential in life, which is to become a mother.
Yeah,
there
I
is
agree.
nothing that's better than becoming a mother and having that legacy. And when you find the right man who wants to have that legacy as well, you will want to submit to him.
Alright, and this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.